Hey guys, if you play this game, you probably know Simulacrum farming, pretty much for the flask or the Megalomaniac diamond. This is probably one of the hardest ones to farm. A lot of people farm at T1, but I decided to just do a T4 just to show you guys. Even though my gear is like kind of end game, late game, I got some dibs in this, like 100 dib plus gear, pretty strong. But this farming is sometimes even dangerous, because you get mobbed and stunned a lot. And I found that switching out my gloves with these gloves, if you guys ever seen these gloves, this is strictly for spark mages. These gloves contribute, the lightning damage contributes to electrocution. So shock and electrocution is two different things in this game. That means every time I hit them with spark, it they pretty much get electrocuted, so it stops them from like jumping on me and mobbing me. Especially really crucial when the bosses show up and you have a lot of time to move around. And this is really like I can probably clear it without these gloves, but with these gloves, it's like I have a high chance of not dying, which sucks at a high level. And this farm is really annoying to do because it's like 15 phases. But let me show you how it goes. You can see that the mobs. Also, make sure you get a stun charm. I recommend getting one with like at least 3 charges or 2 charges, just in case you get hit and you get stunned multiple times. I think a lot of people struggle with stuns in simulacrums because a lot of the mobs do stun. Um, I'm not too worried about freezing because I have the dream fragment, but this is definitely I have 3 charges on this one. I think I got one with the 61% increased charges, and then I corrupted it for another 30%, and it gave me 3 charges. So let's hop on in there and start this farm here. Like I said, this is one of those videos just really annoying to do. I did like 7 earlier already, and I don't know. Haven't even gotten I got one megalomaniac, which was the trash, and then I haven't gotten the flash recently. Generally, if you want to farm the flash, you farm at T1, but I farm at T4 just to show you guys the difficulty. So I just pop all my CDs for every wave. Gotta be careful not to spam your spark too much because my spark is at a level 28. So I do go But with spark being something that persists, you just tap it. Um, phase 1 is fairly easy. But you can see they get stunned right away. when So they don't get a chance. Like the shock buildup is not as fast as the electrocute buildup. See, electrocuted, and they pretty much don't get close to me. Later on, once you get the harder levels, you get the phasing where it's like, oh, they're gonna have like resist and stuff like that. Is Might be a little harder, but the gloves really do help out. If you're a spark mage, I feel like even if you're a lower gear and you want to farm at tier 1 just for the flash, you can safely do this with just like a decent gear, nothing too crazy, maybe under 5 div gear, or even maybe just because the gloves itself it just gives so much survivability. And this is at T4, so at T1 they're not going to be as strong, um, but yeah. Of course I run cast on comet. See that? They get electrocuted right away. Remember, all electric lightning damage, so pretty much your whole spark is persistent. See it? That's And it also helps because they're mobs because I'm running CI chaos inoculation, so I have all my health is in my mana pool. Sometimes I have the mobs that drain mana and they jump at you. It's just it's instant death sometimes. Yeah, it's really nice to have the strong rare ones get stopped. Definitely want to move around a little bit more. I'm really chill right now. I think later on when I get higher levels, I'll probably have to do the my debuffs, conductivity and stuff like that. Okay, let's move on. Not there. I always get juked out for this part. Give you all these areas. Yeah, I see a lot of people really struggle with this, and especially as a spark mage. When I first came in here and I did it without the gloves, it was definitely pretty stressful. I mean, I was able to clear it, but it was not like I don't want to stress out every time I'm doing this clear, So I was like, all right, let me try these gloves on, and I always have them in my inventory just in case. I mean, I used them in my early game, and I just, you get a bunch of them drop over time anyways. But, and these gloves, it reduces your cast speed, which is not too bad. I mean, you can always corrupt them, quality them up, corrupt them, socket quality, and sometimes corruption will lower your the cast speed. Like like for example, like it's 10% reduced cast speed. Sometimes you corrupt it and go down to 60%, 6%. So, but this one I got double socketed. I wanna every pair I get, I always corrupt it to see if I can get it lower and lower. Because they're pretty good, and they're the gloves, the other unique gloves. I can't remember what they're called. They get 100% spell damage, but it's like 20% reduced cast speed. I've been trying to corrupt those for so long. If I can get it down to like maybe 5 or 6% reduce. I don't know if you can even corrupt it, completely remove it, but if you can, shoot, those gloves would be so OP. I really don't think there's really. You just gotta be careful of these guys when they pop out. Once you hear like the big sound, that means they're gonna come out. Just be prepared to roll. Like, see, having the ability to kind of just shock and electrocute those guys. So they get electrocuted and then they also get shocked also, which is great. And there's really no good gloves for us as sorcs. Um, as sorcs, so we definitely gotta just get like these like intricate gloves and try to get mana and resist and stuff like that. Just those guys touching me already burned one of my stuns, my charm. Definitely gotta be crit. When I first run this, I thought, hey, I'm a spark mage, just stay in one spot. No, you can't. No, you can't. Conductivity, magnify effect works really well. If they get close, they're gonna be. That guy is really resistant. And sometimes you have to read the debuffs that they have, just so you can be more wary and careful. The electrocution is like saving my life.
There is power in this object. I can feel it.
You can't get
So this is pretty much the farm. Once you get to like 10, 12, 14, like the in the teens, you're gonna see more of the mini bosses. Sometimes you'll see one, sometimes you'll see two, but I think when it gets the last two phases, you're gonna see two, and they're pretty strong if you get at higher tier. You can see one here. I always dash away, dodge away from them. And this is at T4. So if you're running at T1, it's definitely going to be a little bit easier. I recommend you just trying to farm the flask just to do T1. No, makes no sense. Um, this spot's a little kind of spicy because you really don't have that much space. But yeah, you definitely don't want to do T4s unless you have enough damage. Because these guys, if they stay up too long, they're going to be a lot of them. They're going to be chasing you around. It can get a little spicy. Trust me. Uh, I think when I first started clearing this to get my Atlas points, I was like really struggling. Even though I had pretty decent gear, I was doing pretty good damage, but just getting stunned and and they had if they have like a resistance and stuff like that, it's really tough. I mean, we're not all gemlings where they just kill everything, but
Garukan favors me.
I feel like this would be tough for rangers and stuff like do other classes. I always like getting gear from here because it's always the higher tier gear, 82s. Uh,
A rare treasure.
Do you not wonder what talks and streams of fate? What stands as fine the abyss and beckons you to fall?
enough already.
Believe me, you will fall, Exile. Keep your precious
And that's it, guys. Doesn't look like I got anything good. I'm gonna define ore by this, but
like it or not.
ruby ring,
Not going
good old knight's
I
armor.
have no space for that.
Yeah. So as you can see, it got a little spicy in the last place, but that's just like at T1. If you guys do this at T2, it's definitely gonna T4, but at T1 definitely gonna be a lot easier. Like I said, these gloves you can probably get them for like 1 EX, 2 EX on the market. The lightning damage from hits contribute to electrocution is crazy good for keeping the mobs from mobbing you. Yeah. All right, catch you guys in the next one. Probably gonna do a few more of this farming, try to get another flask for my other characters. All right, you guys like what you see, you can always stop by and check more of these videos that I do live and it gets posted. I might do a little bit for my build. A lot of people have been asking for my build in the in-game, so it's just my mana build. Non-crit, cast on comet.